and welcome to Nala's Kitchen, and welcome back to our humble abode. This is a show all about delicious food, mental wellness, and yes, pet adoption. We recently worked on a shoot where we left with a ton of plums. I'm not a plum gal. I don't eat a lot of plums, nor do I know how to make them, bake with them, cook with them. So I thought, what do we do with a lot of plums? Well, let's make a jam. These are black plums, so we will be making black plum jam. All right, and before we get started with our jam, let's go over the pet we are highlighting in today's episode. You'll never guess his name. It's Man, a 7-year-old Chihuahua at the Long Beach Animal Shelter. And well, Man needs a human, and I hope your home can be his new home. And without further ado, let's get jamming. All right, now that we're inspired to adopt Man, let's get inspired to make some jam. Now, ingredients you will need for this jam, this black plum jam, is going to be about a pound of plums. So it's about 6, unless they're like huge plums. These are like, I'd say like normal size plums. Washed, obviously. About 2/3 cup sugar. A fresh lemon, will be needing about 2 tablespoons of lemon. And then you will need something to just mix it up while you're in there cooking it. And then you'll need something to mash it. So fork, potato masher, anything like that. This is what I'm going to use to mash it up. And that is also up to your discretion. How thick you want your jam and all that jazz. So you mash till your heart's desire. I'm gonna have this out just so I can measure out the tablespoons of lemon. You can eyeball it. I'm gonna measure it since this is the first time I'm making it. And then, the important thing, you're going to need somewhere to store this that is tightly sealed. And we have this guy. It's a big boy, so we're not gonna fill this whole thing, but I'll do a couple batches. So find something along these lines in your house and make sure they are clean and sterilized. And if they're like old jars, that's not gonna work because you don't want any bacteria or any of that stuff going on. And what I meant by sterilize is there's like a bunch of different ways when you look up jams, how to sterilize it. You can throw it in your dishwasher, you can throw it in the, I believe, the oven with all that stuff. I did the simple, quick way of washing it, leaving it a little damp, throwing it in the microwave for about 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds depending on the size. This is the big boy, so I did 45 seconds, freshly cleaned and sterilized and ready to be jamming with us. Now, the first step we're gonna get started with is throwing our, I forgot to let you know, but you'll need a plate or a cold spoon. So you're gonna throw this in your freezer, or the spoon in your freezer, and this is gonna help us in the end when we're testing to see if it is ready or not. So you're gonna throw this in the freezer so it is very cold once we're done in about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna throw it in the freezer. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm back. All right, now the first step in this situation, we are going to cut and remove the pits of our plums. Boop, boop, boop. Lovely. Just cut those plums in half a little bit like that. Boop, twist. Perfect. Ooh, that was a nice pit. All right. We're gonna chop these guys up just a little bit more. And you are going to be needing a saucepan for this recipe. Alrighty, we are about chopped up. So what we're going to be doing is throwing in our plums, our sugar, and about 2 tablespoons of lemon. And we're gonna bring that to a boil on about a medium-high heat. And then we are gonna bring it down to a simmer and constantly be stirring for about 15 to 20 minutes until it is the thickness you would like. Then you start mashing. All right, meet you at the saucepan. All right, welcome to the saucepan area. We are going to have this on a medium-high heat. And then we are going to dump all of our plums, our lemon, and our sugar, bring it to a boil, and then bring it down to a simmer. Now, it's gonna be spicy. Woo, okay. Let's just boop, boop, bop. in here, yep. And we're gonna dump our 2/3 cup of sugar. And we need about 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon. Basically, it's about a full lemon squeezed. Okay. Now, we're gonna get that, and it's pretty much already starting to get to a boil. So once everything's pretty much stirred up, and again, to a boil, we are going to lower it to a simmer. I think we got everything in there. Ooh, Mama dropped a seed. All right, there we are. Ooh, look at that very pretty color. All right, just gonna get it to start boiling on the other side. Boil, 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 boil. Waiting for boil. 'Tis boiling. We will be bringing it down to now a medium for a simmer. And that is gonna go for about 15 minutes. So I will set a timer for 15 minutes. In this 15 to 20 minutes, it can range depending on where yours is at. You're going to want to keep giving it a stir here and there. You don't want it to stick to the bottom. You want it to be able to cook correctly.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Alrighty, welcome back. It's been about 17 minutes over here. I did a little longer. At this point now, we're looking like this. And the next step would be to mash. I still have it on just a little bit, just in case, because I feel like it's still a little runny. I'm gonna mash, mash, mash. Who played MASH when they were younger? I played the heck out of MASH, especially at my daycare. Ooh, it was lit. Mash, 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 mash. We'd be mashing. All right, so the mashing portion is basically how clumpy you would like your jam to be, how thick, basically. I think we're good over here. So you want it to look clumpy, but you don't want it to run like honey, because then that means it needs to be on heat a little bit longer. So the test would be getting our cold plate or spoon that we put in the freezer. And you're gonna drop a little on it and see how it moves. Does it slide off really quick like honey, or is it slide slowly? If it's slowly, then you are correct. All right, cold plate has been received. Let's see. Never done this before, so we're both experiencing this at the same time. I mean, it looks good, but again, not a jam person. Here we go. That's running pretty slow. That's not a honey run to me. Yay. Okay, since this is slow, basically the test is, like I've already said, if it runs like honey, not good. If it's a slow tilt, you gotta make sure you tilt the plate to get the whole gist of it. If it's not going, or if it's very slow, you've got it and you're ready to to fill your jar. So we're gonna get to filling. Put this back in really quick. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at this color. Ooh, ooh. Aesthetically, very beautiful. All right. Now, I think I'm just gonna, make sure this is also cooled down and no longer hot from however you sterilized it. I'm just gonna, miracle. Oh, still on that Joe Bros. So this is a larger jar. So if you had a smaller jar, it would probably fit perfect. I'm gonna do a couple more batches and fill this up, but we are all good and it is in a beautiful state. And you're going to put your jam in the freezer or refrigerator and it'll last for a couple of weeks. All right, welcome back to the front of the kitchen. We have finished. This is our jarred jam currently. I'm about to get another batch going. But I would like to say thank you for joining me on my first jammin' experience. It turned out great and I'm really excited. I'll probably throw it on a charcuterie board later as well. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends not only about this jam we made today in Nala's kitchen, but also about Man, who needs a human, and all the other pets at Long Beach Animal Shelter who need a new home. All that information will be in the description below. And again, thanks for jamming with me today. This is Nala's Kitchen. I am Nicole. Until next time, stay seasoned and balanced. Bye-bye.